What kind of discovery? Alchemy discovery. So, trying to think what my ghost's name should be. Not like Casper or something, but like a ghosty. We need a ghosty name. Loading time's not that bad, considering. It's a lot faster than it could be. I could run the save trimmer again to maybe cut it down a little bit more. But it's been way worse than this. Gives me time to go over here and then go over here. Filters. Excuse me. There's our buddy, our good friend now. Come back here, buddy. Where are you going? Alright, should be good. Good old... Whoa. There he is. We'll just let him chill. The wand is, I think, just... I have a homebringer on there, or a swapper on there. And it's the wand that has 5,000 mana. I'll just let him keep it safe. How come I can't drink this? Hello? How come drinking's not working? Interesting. Maybe I wasn't tabbed into the game completely? Okay, now it works. Anyway, so at the end of yesterday's stream, we made a discovery that we have a friend. And it's not a wand ghost. It's something else. It's not like throwing a wand into pheromone and charming it. This is a glowy ghost friend who's attracted to the left. And so yesterday, last night after stream, I just did some recordings with our ghosty boy. He will attack me if I hit him enough. He also can be healed, and he bleeds fire. But let me go to the beginning. It's up here someplace. Base, unicorn farts, base, bass base. So this is the first one. It was in the chasm, and you can see the glowing purple light, and it's like a perfectly circular orb. And I can use Homeringer on it and see there's the orb right there. It's just like a circular. So we noticed this at the end of yesterday's stream. I was like, what is that? And it was moving around in the chasm. And then I threw it. I tested after stream. It could pick up wands. Okay. And then... But it's not a wand ghost. We'll find out what exactly it is soon enough. Anyway. So yeah, it can be healed. I can kick it. And when I kick it, you have to really do a lot of damage to it for it to attack me back. So... Stay over here. No, you don't want to? Just the way it moves around, too, like that. It's just like... I think it might just be a ghost enemy that just lost its body. Hey, Fez. The ghost's name is Gomez. Gomez the Ghost. I saw Mumbling Fez's name, and the player character in the game Fez is named Gomez, so this is Gomez. We would be able to see Gomez's body if we just rotated the camera the right way to see into the other, you know, the third dimension, but we can't, so that's why he's invisible. Anyway, Gomez. Found the trailer altar in New Game Plus 3. Found the trailer altar in New Game Plus 3 in the main world. Okay, in the main world, damn. The FPS can't be increased beyond 60. Oh, doing great. I finally got my PC built, so I can actually play Noita at a stable 60 FPS. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nice. Where are they trying to get to? So, ugh, this place. Some of the enemies in the game, I've only ever really observed it with like Luki AI. They like to go up and to the left. So the pyramid boss, before they put it in the pyramid, it used to be when you would pour water into the desert skull eye socket, it would spawn the boss there. And then they changed it. They moved the boss into the pyramid, and they put a fast travel portal in over there in the desert, because the boss used to just, it has the Luki AI, and the boss used to just fly away. Hey, oh my god, template cat, why am I calling you template? Cat template. Cat, thank you. What's up, Mitchell? Welcome forever. You can never leave. Yes! Cat, thank you so much. Appreciate you. What was I saying? Yes. Stuff and things. Let me actually fix this real quick. Powder vacuum field. Get rid of that snow. Snow. Wow, wow, wow. I hope you have a great stream. I go to sleep. Hey, good night, cat. Appreciate you. Have good dreams. Thank you very, very much. Alright. Bleeds fire like magical liquid powder? Maybe. I didn't test it that much. I was exhausted. Like, while we were working on that stuff, I was, like, trying to cook and eat for the first time in the day. I was like, alright, I'll do it. I was, like, done. Alright. What the hell am I doing right now? Oh, yeah. I am gonna work a little bit on this. So, I don't want to go too close to that. Let's just stand down here and do one of these. Probably try to line it up with the ones above me. I really wish sometimes that the camera didn't move. Wish that was an option. Turn off camera scroll. Alright. Good enough. Good enough. How many of these do I need? Let's count, I guess. Also, let's just put this on. Glay Lancer or Tunic? No. We listened to Tunic yesterday. Let's put this on for now. Nice and vapory. Alright, so let's go to this. And the materials I want to try to get right now. I don't know. I'm gonna leave the ice for now. The ice powder. Maybe. I don't know if I feel like trying to prepare an area for that. Like, I'm gonna do that around here too. And we're gonna have to, you know, dig one of these. Let me just kind of theory it out right now. We're gonna have one of these a little bit away from the others, like over here. And let me just dig more of them. Well, dig one over here. Alright. For now. And then fill it with oil. And then have the freeze mage in it. And freeze mages can't drown at all or can't suffocate. They have no air, or they don't have to breathe. So we can have one. It doesn't matter if it's submerged in the oil. It could just exist there. And then we gotta kill it without producing any blood, which it bleeds snow. We don't want that. And then its body is going to turn into ice powder. But I guess we learned yesterday that the ice powder is actually like box 2D, like this. It's not actually a powder. So, clean that up too. Then we just leave it there, and it'll be in this section of the lab with all the rest of this box 2D stuff. But I gotta be careful about it, and, you know, one thing at a time. So, for now, let's see. You read chat. It does, yeah, the necromancy things. Do the necromancy, when you use the necromancy spell, I guess I can test that. When you use necromancy, do the meat chunks, do they have like a purple glow around them? Because I know that wand ghosts do not, but I was thinking that, here, let me just, whatever. Go over here. I was thinking that because I've cast my necromancy wand, the wand with, oh hey, that's right, piercing circle of transmogrification with summon fish. I use that wand in here all the time to summon enemies or creatures, and then just for, you know, farming other things. And I've cast that in here a lot. So I was thinking maybe, and that spell glows, the circle of transmogrification, and I was thinking from casting that so many times, and then I'm sure there have been times where, you know, the way that wand works is the piercing allows the circle to affect the summoned fish, and then after how long? After 10 seconds or something? After a short amount of time, it despawns. Unless, that's why I have the Necrobot here, unless I kill it near the Necrobot, and then it gets revived and is permanent at that point. And it won't despawn. So I was thinking, because those transmogrified enemies, or not circle of chaotic, what is it called? Not transmogrification, this one. Circle of Unstable Metamorphosis. Because I've cast that so many times, and then they always despawn, but what if I, like, unloaded them by, like, moving far away, or, like, using the Parallel World Wand? Okay. What if something weird happened and it glitched out, and I unloaded it before it had a chance to despawn or something, and the body despawned but the entity stayed? That was one little thing I was thinking of, because there's like so many weird bugs we've been finding, and the other really, where am I going? Down here. The other strange bug recently was this, you know, because the void liquid generator is leaking because it's in between two chunks up there. At one point from before this chasm was so deep, when it was still, I think, like right here, like right underneath this tunnel, that's how deep it was, around there. And because there's a friend cave, or like a mock friend cave over here, and there's mud at the bottom of this, from the toxic sludge leaking out and touching the mud, it created all this swamp and peat. And then this overflowed, and because this was only over here, that deep, all that swamp overflowed and created this like tidal wave that at one point I was in the game for like a long time. This was off stream. I found it like this off stream. And I came over here and all of this was completely submerged in swamp right here. And all the enemies were dying and the Necrobot was just reviving them all. But as I was cleaning up that mess, I noticed that the lamprey, there was one lamprey here. The lamprey had duplicated somehow. And I guess because all of the other enemies can't breathe underwater, don't have breathless or whatever, but the lamprey can. But for whatever reason, Necrobot Revival still revived it, but just duplicated it as a result. So I'm gonna assume maybe that's like an oversight and it's just like trying to drown. I don't know. But for whatever reason, when all that happened and all the other enemies died and were getting revived repeatedly by the Necrobot, they don't die, but it didn't die, and it just got duplicated hundreds of times probably, because there's still a bunch up there, and it seems like whenever I move any of those that are up there, you know, and dump them down here, like I could kind of, I don't know if I want to do it. I've kind of made this hole really big right now, but I've dumped a bunch like that down here. Okay. And as I've done that, it doesn't matter. It's like I hit the entity limit up there, and there's just, I don't know how many lamprey, just many lamprey have been created up there. And, you know, I just spent a while, oh, whoops. And now, like, look at, we have, like, this down here. Just this moat filled with lamprey from all that. So there've been some very odd bugs lately. I'm not sure what the ghost thing is all about, but I'll probably, oops, MZ was, like, saying, like, what? Telling me I should try loading the save, okay. Try loading the save in dev mode to see exactly what entity it is, and I'll probably try doing that later or something. Come on. I might just kill this one if it doesn't behave. Why is it as soon as I get there? I mean, I could use vacuum field, maybe. No, that would be harder. Oi! The evidence is gone. It never existed. You saw nothing. Most of the challenge was killing the boss before it flew away. I remember that. Killing the boss before it flew away? Of what? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Of the pyramid boss way back in the day. That was it. It was like, in order to kill the pyramid boss, it wasn't like the actual fight. It was trying to kill it before it vanished up into the sky. Or, you know, once you killed it, trying to kill it fast enough so that you can actually reach the loot that it dropped, because the wands floated up in the sky. Which, didn't it used to drop 2 wands? Maybe? Now it only drops the 1, right? Yeah. And spells. I think it used to not drop any spells, but it used to drop just 2 wands when it was in the desert. Alright. Yeah. Back to the mission. Back to the mission. Let me just check to make sure that Gomez is still over here. So sidetracked. Yeah, he's here. Hey, buddy. Okay, you chill. Don't follow me up here. And I was talking about this back then, before I went on whatever million tangents I went on. The Luki AI, including the pyramid boss and the regular, like, Luki spider enemies, and also the leggy mimics have the Luki AI as well, it seems. Because they all like to... Not only can all of them move through solids as if they're not there, but they also love moving up and to the left. And I don't know why. It's just something with the AI that, like, I guess they couldn't fix. They couldn't figure out why they did that. From a, like, odd, weird physics point of view or whatever. So instead of fixing it, they just moved the boss into the pyramid instead. Alright. I don't remember the glow, though. You don't see them that often. Yeah. There's a Taikasova without wand in the rare chaotic polypool, though it doesn't bleed fire. What else bleeds fire? Here. Yeah. Go back and forth. I want to see what materials I need to collect. We could actually go over here and test a couple things. Yeah. So I think it is the pink magical liquid, because of how it dissolved like that quickly, or... I'm sorry, Gomez. I had to show the people what's up. And he walks to the beat. He's a metronome. Too bad it's not exactly to the beat. So he flies, but then walks, too. It's like one of the ghosts. One of... Could he be a master? He's not attacking... He seems to not have any attack of his own. Because I've shot him... I shot him a lot. We'll just say that. And he never attacked me with anything besides just the swapper that's on the wand. So, where are the ghosts? Could he be like one of these guys? He also doesn't seem to have any kind of audio. Like, I'm not gonna put we're listening to music right now, but last night I spent a while in here, like, just playing around with them. But, yeah, there's no audio, like, a hovering effect. Anyway, it moves really slowly, too. And just kinda... I could kick him as well, but whatever. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, Gomez. Go have fun in the 4th dimension. We're gonna go over here. Oh, let's just test something first. I wish that these didn't do that. Whatever. Alright, so we want to try... I'm assuming that it's just gonna immediately explode if I try to slice off a piece of an exploding explosive crate. I'm sure I've tried this already, but I just forgot. I guess let's go down here. See if we could find one that's not exploded yet. Do I have? No. Is that just regular metal? Here, let's look at this. Maybe the creep. They move in a similar way and don't attack. Oh, yeah, it could actually be. Yeah. Because they bleed that, these guys. Creep. Where the hell are they? These. Yeah, they do. Do they make the particle effects when they land? Like they're walking? I don't know about that. That's the one thing I'm not sure about. And you don't think they can carry wands? Yeah, I also don't think they land like that. They do move in a similar way. What if it's something new? What if we, like, I look at it in dev mode and it's just, like, not listed as any entity or something and it's, like, obfuscated? It's the Cauldron Ghost. Alright. Yeah, I know. Cauldron's fake. Cake is a lie. Cauldron that has no use. Hey, we're just talking about that spell. Do I have it? I don't know. What? Give me that. Charm on Toxic Sludge. Hey, nice. Alright, I'm gonna go grab my Parallel World Wand. Maybe, or I'll look around more in there. Let me just drop this. I don't think I have Charm on... Oh, Yeah. I don't think I have a Charm on Toxic Sludge already. Maybe I do, but schmack. Alright, Oil Trail. I'll keep up there. I might end up using that. Meteor I have on me just to have another projectile on me that can kill, like, Parallel World bosses. The shadow bosses and stuff. Alright. There are only a few enemies that bleed pink magical liquid. Not sure which have a glow, though. Crystal enemies didn't seem to glow. What's up, Dance Master? The flex. Considering it wasn't saved to the entity files, maybe. I wonder if necromancy ghosts are like that, too. Alright. What else do I need? Probably that's probably it. So what we're trying to do right now... Let me, I just wanted to try to find an explosive crate or something. So we're not going to worry about any of that. So what I want to try... Is there a way to make... Let me test this. Do I have... Wait, is that just regular wood? It is, right? Wood prop, no player? Okay. So... That's... I'm assuming the large and small normal explosive boxes are the same material. So... Do these function the same way as other bombs? Meh. Come on, dude. Ugh. Do I have another... Slap this on there. Okay. Boop. And then... Let's see. Summon large explosive box. Yeah, I gotta fix that. Maybe I was thinking, like, maybe I should just pour some cement in there to clog or fix that little dip right here. But then I think having just cement there will cause upwarping or cause a flask that's on it to probably break. Maybe. Anyway, all right, sir. Let's see. I need lava to... Jeez. There's too much that I want to do here. Now, let me get a different wand. We're not using this one anymore. I need another backpacky wand that I can hold a bunch of spells on. Do I have anything? This one? Why did I... Yeah, we're not using that. I think I was messing around with this to, yeah, build little containers or for materials in the wall. I think this was like the dunk build that he used for his lab. All right. Cool. And then do I have... Yes. All right. Good stuff. All right, because we need this, and we need this on the explosive box. Just test this down here. What's up, MZ? How you doing? Oh yeah, where is... Do I have lava here anymore? Oh my god. Where's all this blood from? Ugh. Okay, let me get Sea of Lava also. I'm pretty sure this works. I'm trying to just collect all the box 2D materials, or maybe a couple at least. Alright. Oh, I have all this... Well, just in case. I don't want it to explode. Oh, there's our friend now. Look at him. He's going into the back rooms. Into the maze. He's all down here now. He's just wandering around. Alright, you have fun. His name is Gomez, by the way. Gomez the ghost. Alright. Whoops. I keep seeing things that I need to get distracted by. I hate when the fungus is over here. Because then it breaks through here, you know? And it'll start growing up there and stuff. Alright. Alright, so I have... Where did I build this? Is it here? Or build? Oh, wow. That's fine. Lava. Okay. See? This bug too, like I don't know what the hell causes that. It's so weird. Like how the gas is coming from far below them. It's not even right here. It's not coming from this ground right here. It's coming from further down. Hey. Stop. And it'll do it for me too. It's impossible to not get sidetracked doing this. So many cool things to like mess around with. See, like look, it's all coming from down here. Like, what causes that? You know? This comes from, I'm sure, see, mine are coming from below me as well. The position, it's from doing a long run, I'm sure. Something breaks with, like, coordinates. I wonder if that has anything to do with me getting orbs or stuff in Great Treasure Chests. If, like, there's something broken somehow with player coordinates or entity coordinates or something. Maybe that's even what caused the ghost. They are collectible. Nonsense. Alright. What am I doing? Nonsense. How you doing, Keith? Alright, let's... Previously, we thought so many things were impossible. What the... What? Why is all the lava gone? How did that happen? This was filled with lava. Where is the lava? It evaporated? Lava doesn't... I mean, there was a full-on... There was a full sea of lava in here. But there was a full sea of lava. Like, up to here. All of that is gone. Like, all the way up to here. I cast Sea of Lava in here. You blame Gomez? I think some gremlin played with your save file. It's Gomez. Not a ghost, he's a gremlin. Make sure there's no water in here. Pretty sure there's no water. Just do this a little bit again. Okay. Then I went over here. Then I went down here. And I went over here. I was like, wow, this is weird. Look at all the gas coming from down here, but it's actually from the flowers up above us. Isn't that weird? I didn't eat any, I didn't drink any of the unicorn or the rainbow liquid this time. So it's not completely the same. I guess maybe it all did turn into rock and water, and that's weird. It was this much lava, though. That's a lot to, like... I mean, there was some rock in here, you know, but it wasn't that much. It's crazy. About that fast. I cast it, went down here, and then I was like, hey guys, look at this. Isn't it weird how the gas is coming from down below the flowers, but they're the ones farting? And I was like, here, look, I can do it too. So my unicorn farts are not coming from me. They're coming from below me as well. And then I was like, do. Maybe. Where are mine? There they are. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. This, hang on, this bothers me. Alright, those pixels right there. Right. And then I think I just went back this way. Okay. Strange that that reaction turned all of that lava into steam. Yes. We're also trying to prove time travel in Noita. Alright. Anyway. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, the point of doing that was... Okay. Alright, game. Summon large explosive box with this. So if I do that... Okay. They're made out of wood. So what if... So the lava obviously destroys the wood. If you just put, I think it's just null shot on a bomb cart, the bomb cart lasts forever. But what if I... Here, let's see. Just sit here and see if those explode. Or blink out of existence because they've had remove explosion put on them. Is the theoretical time limit changing everything to thunder some kind of a deadline to not attain? What is Rain World Twitch integration? The modded run I've been doing. How you doing, Cyrilla? Is this theoretical time limit changing everything to thunder some kind of a deadline to not attain? No, I want to hit that deadline. Well, that's not gonna work. All right. What if... Just obviously remove explosions, not doing anything on these. Okay. I got a piece of it, but it kind of warped. So I could maybe collect this wood if I'm very careful. We got pieces of it down here. And I'm going to assume that those are not going to explode if I use... Okay. So we can keep those pieces of wood. I just need to be very, very careful. Wait, are they here? Of course, where'd all this slime come from? What the hell? Stupid. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Get that out of the way, since that's the most annoying one, probably. Maybe. No, don't say that. It's definitely not gonna be the most annoying one to get. Alright. So, can we squeeze? Squeeze a box in here. Whoops, with null shot. Alright. Cool. And then, well, got a little piece of it. I just don't want to make I don't want to make too much of a mess with this area. I gotta find a good angle. Oh hey, maybe I can just hold it in place like this. I thought I could maybe hold it in place. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, we just do this. This is easy. Oh, beautiful. Okay, get this one out of here. We use another box now. Go down there. Beautiful. All right. Now we just do that again. A few more times anyway. Just to get a little bit of the material. I've randomly gotten chunks of the explosive boxes by long distance cast a pile of them into a wall, then detonate. Not sure how to do it consistently though. This seems okay for getting a little bit at a time. Cleanly. That's the main thing with me. And I mean, it doesn't look very clean here, but just try not to blow up this area. Hey Mudpunk. Hello Noita Wiki. I wish. No, I don't wish. Actually, there's so much that I don't know or have forgotten over the years about Noita. Forget things every day. Oh, baby. All right, get rid of that one. Don't want to take any chances. Seems pretty... Wait, I can still... Yeah, it's fine. I don't want to lose you. I wish... Oh my god. Throw that over there for now. It's a big enough chunk that we could... Woo! Yeah. Okay. Alright. Is that enough? Maybe I should write this down. Does removing damage from using Luminous Drill help? I don't want to do it because we're underneath all the other materials. I tried it down below when I was just testing, and it seemed to not really have much of a difference. Let's see. So, I already know what these are, but I'm gonna just write everything down here. Alright, so let me also, before I forget, see if I can get rid of this, these plants over here that I don't want there. There we go. Why is that? Are we actually eating some of the item? Or was it just moss that was down there? Weird. Alright, sir. Up here. We got... what is this called? Turquoise gemstone from Satakivi. Turquoise gemstone. Okay. It was the wand. I saw this. The tip of the wand. I'm like, what is moving down there? This, we have metal hard, I think that's called. Metal hard. The hardest. It's this, the same ones, whatever. Metal hard. The hardest of metal. Metal hard from... What is the gold orb called again? Shiny orb, right? Shiny or cruel orb. Okay. Then we got dynamite. Oh my god, ads. We got glitter bomb, which is also called dynamite in the code. We got holy matter. We got bomb. We got item. Item from broken wands. Alright. And then down below, we got... I know I have these up there anyway, but... Alright, down here. Do I want to put another one right here? Probably... no. Probably not. We got... what is this? Just player wood. Let's just do explosive. Right. I'm gonna put left to right. Okay. This is just explosive box. Player. Spell. Okay. Now, I guess I could put the spell over here. Am I really going to use an explosive box again for anything? Maybe I'll get one more, a little bit more for now. Okay. Yeah, this run's not modded at all. No mods. Not even visual mods or anything. Whoops. Alright. Let me see if I could... Okay. Woo! Oh no! Alright, it's fine. It did not all burn. That's cool. I thought all the wood down here was gonna just immediately combust. Alright. Sweet. So we got that. Now, I guess while there's an ad break playing, it's just... What am I doing? Words. Take a break to think a little bit. So the next material I want to try to get is probably gold. Guard. Ooh. Wait. No. Grand. Oh. I don't see any words. Hey. Nard. Oh man, okay. So explosive box. And then garland. Nice. A little bit more caffeine. You collected powder with a flask? Like you actually collected it in a flask? I had Sea of Oil lag and spawn a few of those shrooms. Too bad there doesn't seem to be a way to use the alchemy machine to swap box 2D materials with other box 2D materials. That would be fun. Yeah. Yeah. Hang on. There was 2 seconds of ads, not 3 mins. What are my where are my ads? How will I know what to buy? Well. Hey Ben, I don't know if you're still here, but I didn't see you. It's just the process of making small explosive boxes. No, it would be cool if you could though. Nah. Another day of improvement of the seed or utilization of it. I won't act like I know what's going on. I've been without a second monitor for a long while now, so it's been a bit without Twitch. That sucks. Aluminium box 2D limb? No, I haven't. Oh yeah, duh. I mean, I did originally a long time ago when we first got the robot aluminium. Whatever. Okay, so we got that. Why don't I have this checked off? What a slacker. I have this. Okay. What a slacker. We have this now. Hopefully. Hopefully it doesn't vanish. And then let's see if I can maybe find one of these and then shave a bit off without, I don't know, blowing it up. Whoops. Do I have any? I don't. We used to have a whole bunch of the. Yeah, now I just have tablets in here. That's the important one. I used to have all the robots in there. There might still be a couple slivers of aluminium in there, possibly, probably not. But this is where I first did that so long ago with those, the healing drones, and then you can duplicate the healing drones, that's right. How long ago was that? A year? And then these two right here, they were from doing the toaster bot rain or the monk rain. These ones had monk hands, but if you shut the game down and restart it, they lose their monk hands because Nala Games hates us and doesn't want anything. Never mind. Oshidaka. Hey, thanks for the videos, especially the minimal wand setup really helped me to progress a bunch. Went to the vault and temple for the first time yesterday. Hey, congratulations. GG. GG. And you're welcome. I'm glad some of the videos help. There's probably no explosive box in here, right? I'm gonna say probably not. Jeez. Especially since I have a tendency to like shoot every exploding thing or explosive that I ever see. Yeah, there's definitely... Where else do these boxes spawn? I mean, I should know, but it's like... You know. You don't ever really... It's easy to forget when you're not really paying attention to that. Wait a minute. Is that... Those statues, are they a material that... we can collect? Oh, cheese. I want cheese. You know... Too bad... I mean, you can get cheese if you fungal shift. In some seeds. What's this? Ah, there's the gold one. That's right. Alright. Mac. Someone tell what is the song playing right now? I heard it before and can't place it. I think this is a Rain, otherwise known as Purple. The Rain, formerly known as Purple. Risk of Rain 2, one of the greatest soundtracks of all time. It's this. Not only is it a Prince reference, but it's also a banger. This, more than any other OST for any game, I would pay a lot of money to go to another country, go to Europe, and, you know, go anywhere I would have to go, to watch like a full band and orchestra performing this OST. I think that would be like one of the greatest concerts. Yeah. Alright, you know what I'm doing? Let's get out of here. I don't feel like wandering. Wandering, looking for an explosive crate. For a second there, I was like, what is that? Jeez. So we're just gonna get my long-distance travel wand. We managed to get one new material so far. Okay. Are there any in Magical Temple? Any of those small explosive boxes? Props. Oh. Okay, speaking of which, right here. I highly doubt we can damage this at all without it exploding. Well, let's see if we find another one. I think I was a little bit too low. Too close of a shave. Gee, I sure wish I could find another one of those little explosive boxes game. I know you're listening. Come on, RNG. Wouldn't it be cool? Rat. Oh, I guess we could test this. You know, I don't think I got any of the material. I just broke the actual prop a little bit. Come on, player animation. Stop it. Stop. And the camera. Come on, dude. Don't you know that people want to conduct, like, perform surgery in this game? Not everyone wants to shoot things. Some people want something a little stranger. Shit. That's a material. Right? Wood. Who knows if any of those are existing anymore. I don't know if I feel like going to parallel worlds to get some of this stuff. So I'm all but almost certain that like any of this stuff's not gonna have any kind of, you know, no reactions, but not even just no reactions, but nothing else that we're probably gonna learn from them. But you never know, so. I have plenty of bags that I might be able to cut pieces off of, I guess. See, it's like I guess it's worth learning this, even if it's not really useful at all, ever. It's good to know, I guess. Just to know, like, you never try to chop these items into little bits, right? So let's see, like, oh, can I chop the powder pouch into little pieces? Yeah. And like gold, you can, like all this stuff, I'm sure you can. These, yeah. I'm not sure if I have any surviving in the main world. I really don't want to break them, but this, like these explosive things, I don't know. That is steel. Just a regular steel, huh? Bone, of course. Ugh. Alright, let's see. I mean, this I could just... It's gonna totally break, right? Alright, let me just try this. Someplace. Although, it would be cool to have one of these electric boxes. Oh, it's rusting now. It would be cool to have one in the lab, and I could design my own trap with it. For unsuspecting visitors. Okay. So that should be fairly easy. And then if I leave, it doesn't repair itself, right? If you unload it. Actually, let me... Meow. Meow. What is that? That's not snow. Looked like wood. Alright. Is that far enough? Whoops. Alright. Let's see. I think I'm only gonna get like one other material after. Oh yeah, so it did. It did get repaired. That's cool. Nice. So that I can farm. I guess maybe we'll bring this to the lab. Oh, we just gotta make sure we don't let any of that touch it. Jeez. Or like any enemies that explode. Man. Ugh. Oh, oh, crap. Okay. I forgot. Let me do that. All right. It'd be so much easier if I could actually use telekinetic kick properly. All right. So you stay right over here. Please get in there. All right. Stay. Let's just go straight down. Gotta... Just dig one... Oh, hey, buddy. Ooh, that's not good. Alright. We're gonna drain it down here anyway. Yeah, I don't know when this happened. I duped stuff in this holy mountain. And that reminds me, I gotta collect worm crystals too. Like, look at all these wands. The spells duped. All these wands duped. I don't know. I didn't notice when that actually happened. But we were streaming like last week or something recently, and I just entered the holy mountain normally from just the portal above and was like, what? All right, let me clean this. Oops. What am I doing? I don't think there's going to be any secret interaction with exploding objects, but for the collection. Yeah, collection purposes, and also just like the sake of learning, like what you can and can't do, I guess. You know, nobody else is really going to ever care about that, but, you know. I'm somebody who... Even in video games, I want to just learn. As anything I can learn. It's all good. It'd be nice if I, like, spent the time to learn, like, actual real-world applicable things. Like another language. I am learning French, but... You know. I could, like... put a bunch of time into learning how to program or something. Instead, I can shave bits off of this material or off of this object in Noita. Bet you didn't know that. Oh god. I bet you didn't know you could do that. Well, you can. Ah, oh, crap. That's right, I gotta bring this. I don't feel like doing this right now. We'll find it again another time. Let me... It's gonna take like an hour to bring the stupid exploding box over there, and there might be one closer. Anyway, we know that that's probably still up there. Let's just get another material for now. The thing that like made me decide was like, I can't just bring it through here because there's fire right here, and it will... probably explode it, maybe? Maybe not, because it's metal, but... Anyway. Zax. Dude, are you even an American? French here, bonjour? Eh. Yeah. Comment ça va? La la la. My pronunciation of any language, even English, is... Nah. Let's see. Alright, what other material can I try to get that's easier right now? So we got that. Let's see. I'm gonna try to get... Just focus on one thing. Gold. To get gold, I would need to bring some kind of enemy over here and kill it, and then slice little bits of the gold without collecting it. I don't really feel like doing that right now. Bone? I'm sure we could get bone. There's probably a good amount of that right close-ish by. Does the bone... This is all bone dust. We need like the bone prop, which there are bone props down in the wizard's den. Oh hey, this is still here. Interesting. But that's gonna explode as soon as I do this. So let's hasten that. Let me make sure this didn't explode, like all the pieces. Nah, we're good. Alright. It's just like a tablet, you know, like if you break a tablet or something by accident, or like any item that you can collect, even though like it might be in a little piece, you can pick it up and then it heals immediately. Anyway, let's see. bone. Of course, this whole area over here has been like devastated. I have holy matter, of course. Of course I have holy matter. That was the first one I got of these types of materials. I still want the damn druid soccer ball to be in the game. Like, one of Petrie's games was called Druid Soccer, and it had, you played the game with a big square rock, and that was the soccer ball. And, like, the druid soccer ball exists in the data of Noita, but it's this giant square rock. But I don't know if it's possible. You know, it's one of the things that's always existed in the data since the very, very beginning. Yeah. I have an item from Broken Wands. All right, let's see. Just trying to see if there's any bone in here anywhere. Gotta go to the bone zone. Ow. Ow. That's spicy. I've been through this area too much. Not much has survived in here. What is that? Meat of an innocent creature. Wait, what? This guy doesn't have a purple glow or a pink glow, so I think we can establish that my invisible ghost friend Gomez is not one of those without their body. Where was this? Okay. Interesting. Oops. Aw. Aw. So, the decoy corpse. I'm assuming that's a decoy head. The bone zone just reminds me of potion craft. Reminds me of something else, but... I thought this would, decay. Wee... Meat of an innocent creature. Oh. Well, yeah, let me just do... We're just playing catch. Playing wizard catch with the head of a deer. Come on, throw it. Okay, I got, like, stuck. Throw it. Look, I can do... Look, guys. Trick shot. Behind the back. No. Behind the back. Hey. Oh, God. Oh. Man, I love Noita. It would be so much easier. Man, if, you know, like, if you're wondering, if you've never seen this run or whatever, or you're just like, you don't know, even though I have telekinetic kick, I can't actually move anything with telekinetic kick. because the run telekinetic kick breaks after you do a run that's like 420 something hours long, and this run is longer than that by a while. All right, get into Arby's. There we go. Now we got meat of an innocent creature along with all the other meats. So in this area right here, except for the Necrobot is here to revive everything else. But in this area, each one of these creatures, this is green slimy meat, both of those. It's just not the cocoon here, but the little tiny baby spiders that come out of the cocoon are made of green slimy meat. But I brought this guy here just to, because I didn't want to break the cocoon if I didn't have to. So that's green slimy meat. Then there's like dry cursed meat, frog meat, and then whatever, like all of these are different kind of meat. So now the only one I was missing here was meat of an innocent creature, because I could have sworn it rots. It turns into rotten meat after you, like when you kill an enemy or kill something that's made out of meat, or everything you kill, when you leave and come back, they decay into another material. Like things that are made out of meat decay into rotten meat. But for whatever reason this didn't. I thought it should, but whatever. So this is my alchemy run. So we have here, this machine here is an infinite void liquid generator. It's a little leaky, but that's fine, because it leaking a little bit has allowed us to discover some other cool stuff. So anyway, yeah, this is producing infinite amounts of toxic sludge, worm blood, and fungus, and when those materials mix, they make infinite void liquid over and over forever. And then, you know, we have a bunch of the molten materials here, and these molten materials usually ignite at room temperature and go away, dissipate really quickly. So I have these freeze mages here, because the freeze mages have an AoE around them, or just a radius of cold around them that keeps these materials from igniting, so it keeps them shelf stable. This is the refrigerated section of the grocery store. And we got all the pumpkins. They've seen better days, but whatever. And this is one of my other slaves. I mean, friends right there. We got all the powders in the game, all the liquids, you know. Collecting all of the materials in the game, including like everything. So that's what this run is all about. Collecting every material and experimenting with every material and learning everything we possibly can about the game in other weird, esoteric, mostly not useful ways. That's what this run's all about, baby. But we've also done things like create like a perk farm to get infinite perks by using the leggy mimic. Whenever you kill a leggy mimic, they drop. Are there any in here? They drop the leggy mutation perk when you kill them. And then I had the leggy mimic in here with a necrobot, and the necrobot revives creatures repeatedly, infinitely. So I just like killed a leggy mimic in here, so it dropped a bunch of perks. And then I broke the perk reroll machines, so I can just infinitely reroll, well, not infinitely, but 976 times or something like that. Reroll all of those leggy mutation perks into any other perk that I want. So we made a lot of interesting things, and now we're trying to... What was I trying to do before I saw that deer head? One more material, and then we're gonna do something else for now. Oh yeah, I was looking for bone. Moving on. Let's get an item. How about that? I think I could get potion glass. That's easy. Yeah, Yeah, let's break a couple potions, maybe, I guess. A couple flasks. And I have a bag right here to get that, I guess. Most of what we've discovered by doing this run is like helping other people discover like all the bugs in the game, like all these weird bugs, including like doing really long runs, breaking telekinetic kick, breaking the jiggle animation of liquids so that they look, some liquids look like powders, you know, because they don't jiggle anymore. And then doing a run that's over 9,926 hours or something like that. Eventually, if you do a run that long, like almost 10,000 hours long, then everything in the world becomes lightning, and your body gets spaghettified, and then you can't move for another 9,976 hours or whatever. And then you can move again. Yeah, you didn't know that? Look at this. Interesting stuff, Taylor Swift. Runs. In my previous shut up. Shut it. Psh. It's at the end. Duh. Yeah, so that's what it looks like. Hang on. We'll go... Wait, the auto chapter feature was wrong. Okay. Bug of all bugs. Probably one of the most interesting video game bugs ever. Shut if, and this is a big if you can possibly have a run going for 9,942 hours. 42. The entire world, every solid surface and object, everything becomes lightning. If you have electricity immunity, you can walk along this without getting stunned every 2 seconds and then dying. However, soon after, your movement just completely breaks. You become spaghettified in a way. Unless, of course, you're stained with teleportation. Then you can still teleport around the world. Just witnessing the destruction of everything. And anyway, yes, I did, of course, try to end the game while the world was in this state. And as you can see, the gold vein did still get created. Any new materials that get created are still going to get created, but then if they break and become physics objects or powders, then they will become electricity afterwards, or... Yeah, so there's a lot of weird things in Noita. Oh, flasks. Let's break 2 flasks. I got plenty of flasks. Yeah, like one of my favorite things we learned is like, you know, growing mushrooms with fungal spore. If you put fungal spore in blood, it grows red mushrooms. If you put fungal spore in whiskey, it grows blue mushrooms. It's some pretty weird stuff. And then, like, the, over here, we have the sausage hisi. We're gonna use this to cook. Experiment with the cooking and making all the different kinds of, like, cooked meat, burnt meat, and stuff in the game. And then this is actually a piss sniper from TF2. Like, on TF2 day, 1 day a year in Noita, there's a chance for, wherever... It's best to do it in the meat realm now, because you get a lot of the hell snipers in meat realm, and then you'll get one of these that looks different, and you know that that one's a piss sniper then. And this one just throws jars of pee. So I can farm infinite amounts of those jars, I guess, with this guy. Which I wanted to do. There's just so many things to do in this. I gotta, like, write a list. One of my favorite things was, like, because of this happening. So... this is the void liquid generator, and it's built between 2 different chunks of the world. The world of Noita is composed of chunks, and you know, to keep the game running decently, chunks are loaded and unloaded from memory, blah, blah, blah. And because I have the boss, Colmy, up there, he keeps, like, this side loaded in memory at all times. Like, because this side right here is close enough to him, because he's just right up there. I use him as a chunk loader for some other things. But this side over here gets unloaded from memory because it's further away. And because of that, it leaks. And sometimes, if void liquid leaks out of it... Come on. Yeah, so we have infinite void liquid being made in here. But if the void liquid leaks out a little bit, void liquid is the most dense material in the entire game, and even extremely dense rock gets kind of like displaced. As you can see, this is what it does, is it creates like, it looks like this. It like moves individual pixels of dense rock out of the way to make room for the void liquid. But because it leaks over here, and because part of this, because of the way the game loads and unloads alternating chunks, I'm assuming this is why, this chasm right here, like, I didn't dig this. So, like, this chasm was slowly formed over the last few months of the game, of me playing this run. And it's just slowly... Yep, there we go. We're just slowly creating this, like... This is like the tectonic plates of the world, pretty much, or like... You know, you can see the edge of a chunk right here, the corner. Right there. It's just... This chasm is just forming over time, like erosion or whatever. It's just weird. Anyway. Blah, blah, blah. This has definitely been the session of getting sidetracked, for sure. Let's enjoy, or let's celebrate with... Oh! Opa! Alright, now we got glass. And then... Hey. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. We got a bag. We gotta slice off little bits of that. Actually, let me... Nah. Get out of here, moss. Oh, well, look, we got bag material right there. Somewhere. Okay. Let's get a little bit more. Let me try to throw it a little bit higher. Oh, I just kicked that. There we go. More bag. I wonder if that's going to be... Did it already downwarp into the rock? It may have. Some materials might kind of not like being in the world. Hang on. Why can't I select it or see that it's there? Interesting. How'd you get to 9,942 hours in the game? That save file was edited by Dexter. So Dexter's the person who, as I was doing this run, we were working on, or I was working on collecting concrete powder. So this stuff. This is a material, and actually it's a powder of concrete. And the way you get that, the easiest way that we know of so far to get it, is by using Omega White Hole and shooting that into EDR. And then the Omega White Hole will break off like big chunks of EDR. And then you grab that with telekinetic kick, and you pull it, and you try to pull big chunks through narrow hallways or narrow black hole tunnels like this. And then when you're rubbing that the chunk of concrete or the chunk of EDR, you'll see these like these little explosions, these little pops, and then little individual pixels of concrete powder will form, and then you can collect it. So I was doing that for hours, trying to collect enough concrete powder just to get fill a bag with it. So I was just in the sides of the worlds, in the parallel worlds, just... Oh shit, did I just move? Hang on. Oh no, we're good, we're good. Thought my, whoa, game was kind of out of frame on OBS. So I was doing that for hours, and while I was doing that, telekinetic kick broke, and I thought it was something because I crumbled so many just hours worth of like rocks everywhere falling all over the place that I thought I broke the physics engine somehow. And then I gave my save file to Dexter, and Dexter looked at it and was like, no, actually, it's if you're doing a run longer than like 400 and... I forgot how many hours. If you're doing a run longer than 400 and something hours, a bunch of things start breaking. Like, nothing like serious. The worst thing is telekinetic kick. The most gameplay influencing or gameplay related thing is telekinetic kick. The other thing is like, it's similar to this. So we have infinite polymorph immunity because I sat here killing and eating this polymorph master for hours while like chilling out, watching people stream and stuff. Like at night, I would just on the other monitor just be like chilling out, watching streams while killing and eating this guy over and over again because the necrobot would just keep reviving him, you know? And then when you get this number to, what is it, 5,024, 866,000 seconds, it breaks and it no longer counts down. But I think it's something with like, I can't remember, it's like half of that or like 72,000 seconds or something. It starts counting down twice as fast as normal. And like the liquid animation here, whatever, there's water over here. So like with telekinetic kick breaking, also my liquids no longer jiggle. So they look kind of like gel or they look solid, sort of. But I think it's like that happened at 400 and something hours, but at half that, or I forgot how many hours, but at one point while you're doing a really long run, I actually think it's like 72 hours or something like that. I think if you're doing a run that's 70 something hours long, the jiggle animation of liquids goes twice as fast. So things are going to look really jiggly until 400 and something hours, and then it just breaks and it no longer animates at all like that. And then there's a bunch of other things like wands, the wand animation before you pick them up of them like kind of hovering up and down a little bit. That kind of breaks and they become very like stuttery. And just other random things like that just break in the game. But it's nothing like super serious that we know about so far. Until 10,000 or 9,900 and whatever hours, then everything becomes lightning and you can't move for another 9,900 and something hours. And then you can move again. And the world, I think the world goes back to normal. I don't know. Maybe it stays lightning. That'd be interesting. Anyway. Yeah. Stuff. Lots of weird stuff. This game. Oh, crap. Did I cross-pollinate? Did I get any bag material in with my glass or my wood? I think there was a piece that went up here. There. Is that a piece of it? Yes, it is. Whatever. Stupid. I can't even target that, I think, with telekinetic kick. I forgot, like, I have telekinetic kick. Actually, I got rid of telekinetic kick with the nullifying altar so that I can kick normally again. Because normally when you get telekinetic kick, it removes your ability to kick. So you only have the telekinetic part of it. But if you use the nullifying altar, it doesn't remove the perk correctly, so you still keep your telekinesis, but it gives you your kickback. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's Risk of Rain 2 soundtrack. Let me just try to get a little bit more of this. Just trying not to... Alright. Beautiful. I guess we can, like... I don't... This thing's not going to, blow up or anything, so... Doesn't matter if I, like, slice a bunch off like that. Oh, I can't pick it up anymore. Alright, well, it looks like we did slice too much off. It's weird, we're not getting any material tooltip. Anyway, alright. So, we got this. Oops. Oh god, don't do that. Wrong button. We got that, and we got the bag item, or the bag material, wherever that is. Material cloth. Box 2D. We got that. That's conductive? Interesting. Alright. Cool. That's all I'm doing for now. We're gonna play some Rain World now. And then I'll be back in Noita after Rain World. Probably. Yeah. Let me just make sure Gomez is still over here. Please. So, at the end of yesterday's stream, if you weren't here earlier when we were talking about this, at the end of yesterday's stream, we found... Sudden silence. The hell? And I noticed how much I was, like, screaming into the mic. We found a ghost friend, and he's not a potion, or like not a wand ghost. It's some other entity, invisible entity we discovered in our world. Maybe. Oh, he's there. Gomez. So he's this little... You can't really notice it too well in here. You could see the purple glow. But if I'm in a different area of the game, like we discovered him. And I'm calling him a him. We found him in the chasm next to my lab, where we just were pretty much. That desert chasm area. Base. Yo.
Fury is made of awesome and dead polymorph mage.
You're ephemeris.
Y-E-S. Yes, yes, yes.
So I don't know if you can really see. You can see it now. Like I homebringered him, and look, you could see the orb flying away. It's like this little circular orb. And then I was like, ooh. And I gave him a wand. And he's not a wand ghost. He's a different entity that glows pink or purple or whatever color you want to call that. And then you can heal him. I attacked him and he bleeds. He bleeds pink magical liquid, which is actually not a liquid. It's a powder, which is another material I have. But yeah, so I've recorded. I might make a video just on him. So we have our friend Gomez here. I don't know. We do not know. It's not on the enemies list. Nobody has seen anything like this that we know of yet. It's like another discovery we've made. Could be a bug. It could be something completely new. Maybe we'll solve the cauldron with him. Like it could just be like a secret. Maybe the thing I was talking to Lim about this in DM, or just kind of like talking about how in the... Could be a bug. It could just be like an enemy that somehow bugged out and lost its body. And the game just saved the entity invisible and... Well, no. So, you know, okay. What was I talking about? I'm changing the subject real fast. Because the only other instance of having like some weird entity like this that we had earlier in the run was with the freeze mages. So this ice mage sometimes is not there, because the way that I moved all these ice mages here, most of them was from using this wand build. This creates an Infiniwisp, like an infinite lifetime homebringer that rotates around you, just orbits you, and then if you touch any entity with that, it teleports it to the location that you cast that wand in. So I would go here and I would poke the wand through the floor and I would cast it until I had it rotating around me, and then I would go find an ice mage someplace in the world and then bump into them, and then they would instantly get teleported here. When I was going to get this one, I accidentally bumped into an arrow trap, you know, like one of those wall traps that shoots arrows at you. I bumped into that, and it teleported the invisible entity of the arrow trap here. Because whatever. And then I I was like, oh shit, what did I teleport? I teleported the arrow trap? But the physics part of the arrow trap was still down in Wizard's Den or wherever we were, I think. So then I just went back down. I cast it again up here, and then I went back down and then teleported this ice mage up here. But every now and then, this ice mage is not there because I think like the arrow trap entity kind of like, I don't know, overwrites it or something. So every now and then it's not here. This gold is on fire a little bit because there's no freezy field on this side. And then I go over here, make sure that I'm off screen, or it's off screen, and then walk back, and then it poofs back into existence, this ice mage. So what if the arrow trap entity is Gomez? Because we had that happen, and I haven't noticed lately if this guy has disappeared like that. Maybe somehow the arrow trap entity got out and this is him, or this is it, and they can hold wands and move around, maybe. Or this is just something else. Where'd you go? Hey, don't drop that wand. All right, anyway. I'm just gonna shut down right here for now. Yeah, because I gotta check this in. We'll find out what he is exactly soon. Just gonna stand on him and shut down. And then back up the save again.